Hi guys, thank you for watching reviews, fixes and hacks, and today I'll be doing a quick review of some rear brake discs and pads made by Quinton Hazell. Now, if I remember correctly, this company did go bust quite some years ago now, and I think they were rebought, or QH, the brand, was purchased by Hazell, and they've started to remarket and do what Quinton Hazell originally did, which was sell aftermarket car parts. I have previously, quite some time ago, fitted QH parts on when I first basically passed driving. Didn't know much about car parts or anything, so whatever the motor factors supplied, that is what I had fitted. But yeah, I mean, I've got two vehicles. I'm fitting this part on my daily run around that I'll be honest with you, it takes a lot of abuse. You know, it does take a good hammering, but it's held up. It's a Vauxhall Astra. It's a 2004 Astra H 1.7 diesel. It's taken a hell of a lot of beating, had it for many years, but it's still going strong. Quite some mileage on that vehicle as well. But anyway, need to change the rear discs and pads. Now the rear discs, they are solid discs. So on the rear, it's a solid disc, it is not vented. Now, feeling the weight of this, I can tell you this, it is got some weight to it. The disc itself, I mean, I'll take it out of the packaging, but it comes packaged, totally sealed, and obviously that would be because it helps prevent moisture in the air getting in contact with the discs and causing any rust issues. Just even without opening the packaging, you can see that these discs, they're not coated. What I can tell you is I bought them direct from Hazell Express here in the UK, and these pads are not pads, these discs, they are, I mean, you put in your registration number, vehicle details, and it will give you the options for your vehicle, the parts that will fit. So this is BDC4861, and on the actual website, it's very good to use. I can't knock the website. It gives you all the fitment details, gives you dimensions, even a schematic diagram of the disc itself with measurements. But anyhow, opening the discs, trying to record and open the disc with one hand is not easy. So there you go. There's the disc itself. So, to me it seems very well machined. In fact, the edges here are chamfered. The parts did cost, each disc was £21.99, so it's not the cheapest, it's not the most expensive. If anything, I would say the pricing for rear solid discs, not vented, solid discs, for £21.99 for this sort of dimension. It's a 468mm diameter, so it's fairly, I wouldn't say it's particularly small, but sort of medium-sized vehicle sort of dimension for this rear brake disc. So for £21.99 for this sort of disc, I would say is around the mid sort of price range. So that is what you would pay for a mid-range disc. And just looking at it, like I say, the weight is fairly weighty. Looking at the thickness of that, it's got quite some decent thickness on it. what I can tell you is it is definitely not a coated disc. Coating discs, you'll see they're slightly more greyish in colour, not shiny silver. They're generally greyish, but I mean, these are just got some sort of oil coating on it. As you can see, it's rubbing off on my hand. So when you do install them, you will need to use some brake cleaner and just scrub the surfaces, and the brake discs will be in contact with. But the oil's there just to protect it from rust during storage. But if you have a closer look, I mean, it's very well machined, that's without a doubt. I'm guessing, I can't see, I mean, you wouldn't see any balancing marks because it's not vented, it's a single solid disc. So like vented, where you'll get notches which on the venting section, notches along the two discs. Here you wouldn't, purely because the machining will include the thickness of the material will be balanced basically in line with the disc itself. But just generally looking at it, the weight, the chamfering, I would say it's a fairly good quality part. What I would say is the difference I have noticed between this and, say, for example, ATE or Texstar premium brake disc is that there's usually some sort of cross-hatching pattern on the Texstar and ATE. Don't know why that is, but this one definitely does not have it. But either way, not complaining. I think for the price, it's a decent disc. Obviously, once I put it on, I'll have a look and update on the reviews on how it's going. These are the brake discs, come packaged as they are with some instructions. And these brake discs were on the website. These were the brake discs that are for the particular vehicle and go along with these discs. So obviously, if you change the brake discs, you need to change the pads as well. So just get the brake disc out. Okay, again, brake discs. These cost $19.99, and these are the matching ones for the vehicle. Now, as you can see, just from the onset, there's not a great deal of detail on the website about the material itself, but looking at the discs and pads itself, one thing I would say is the shim. It comes with a shim, or the shims, so you get 4, a pair for each side. You get a shim, and the shim is held in place through 1, 2, and it's got a notch at the bottom. So the shim is very well held in, and yeah, definitely held in place, very solid. This is not going to come off. So the fact that it's come with a decent shim on it, and it's secured very well onto the back plate. This is the back plate. That's a good sign. Good sign of at least a decent quality brake pad. So hopefully this is going to help in reducing any squeals, noises. Obviously I will be putting some brake, copper grease or brake grease on the back of that. It's also got a slit along the middle. Now, what the purpose of that slit? Some of them are solid, no groove in the middle. The purpose of that groove is it helps to remove any brake dust. So as it's going along, this will help clean the surface of the discs. So as it's moving along, so as the disc is spinning, this part here will capture any brake dust and allow it to just fall off through that gap. But looking at it, I think it's okay. Here's the other disc. This is the second of the pair, so these two go together. Now, like I say, seems decent enough. Edges are chamfered. There's a code for this actual part. It is BD. Is it BD? No, BP. Sorry, BP brake pad 1365. it's not a bad part. I mean, looking at it, so far so good. Obviously once I've installed it, I will update or put a review on my channel. Anyway, for now, I'd say decent quality parts for a medium range price, but let's see how it goes. Anyway, please like and subscribe. I will be doing another video when I install the actual discs and pads, so you can see how it's done. But in the meantime, like, subscribe and keep an eye out for future videos.